3 months ago, it came to your life when I was 115.
Wow.
I know I'm not the best, but because sometimes the devil enjoys tricking me with a bit of chapati. But currently, I'm at 97.
Wow, bro. Let me tell you this, bro, for free. Losing 1 kg is not a joke. We celebrate you. It is not easy to quit chapati because of the addiction that comes with chapati. It's not easy. But guess what? One day you look back on your story and you'll even wonder, was that me? Was that addiction mine? Because once you quit chapati, bro, you never go back. The moment you go back, you will have so much skin eruptions. You will be even surprised. You start quitting it, utaichukia tu. So don't ever give up. We understand you that you take chapati once in a while. We understand that. However, bro, the discipline is the most important. Keep fixing yourself. You will look back and you will be very proud of yourself. Do not give up, yani. Endelea kabisa na kitu unadu, bro. I appreciate you and I like it that you took the discipline and the challenge.
Now, I have another point which I don't know how you will take it. Huh?
Go ahead.
I'm a photographer and I do a lot of documentaries. And there's one documentary we are doing with a lady from Nairobi Hospital.
Yes.
Nairobi University, sorry. Oh. Nairobi University.
Okay.
And one of my biggest shocks is that in Kenya, the rate of cancer has spiked up because of unga ya ugali.
Yes.
According to the research, they're saying that maize flour is the biggest cause of cancer in Kenya. Reason being, again, I do a lot of fumigation because I have some of these drones that do acres and acres of fumigation, and we use a lot of pesticides. And that's why I was really keen to just hear a bit of this research, and currently we are shooting it. Hopefully it will be aired in November. And the truth is that maize, actually, we spray a lot of pesticide. Majority of this maize you can't plant it, so it's not organic. Again, like it has new insects, things just happening to those crops, and you end up adding more pesticides to those plants. When they go to the millers, maize ayoshagwi, inasiagwa na inawekwa packet, and the biggest consumers of maize flour are the poor people. Hence the reason why we have a high spike of cancer amongst the poor.
And that's the reason why Mandamano is surviving.
And that's Mandamano is surviving.
Because when you deny them what they love, what they're addicted to, they will kill you. So, bro, which type of cancers have you noticed most with this research?
Okay, I'm not I can't really remember the name, but in women, cervical cancer is going extremely high.
Yes.
For men, kuna hii ya tumbo, it's called gastric, I must do something. There's something in there hapo kwa tumbo. That kind of cancer is going extremely high. Again, we are having also prostate cancer amongst the young people. Which it was before associated with the old. So some of these medical terms, I promise you I won't be able to tell you much because I'm not a doctor and I can't really remember them. But for cervical, not even breast, cervical, and kuna cancer ya tumbo, there's something which is about kwa tumbo. There's a cancer which is just showing up there very fast. So from very young people to the extreme old. I can't remember the name of that cancer.
So bro, this is very insightful and thank you for bringing this up. Do you know why? I have been preaching the gospel of people having prostate cancer, people having cervical cancer, people having all these hormonal imbalances, women specifically. And I've been pushing the content how to fix the gut. And do you know what came up? In my content, I always tell people, one, if you continue taking those omeprazoles hoping that you're trying to treat your ulcers, you will end up in trouble because hapa mbele, you might never know what you're getting into. You're actually subsiding the symptoms of cancer and you'll end up getting gastric or colon cancer hapa mbele. Number two, you see all this, you just associated unga ya ugali with all these types of cancer. Do you know why? One, you've told me the fumigation process. That is very correct because the herbicides and the insecticides have high content of chemicals, the phthalates, the glyphosates that are actually linked directly to cancer. And do you know what? In the US, these chemicals are banned. This glyphosate is banned for use in the US, but we are sourcing fertilizers and these herbicides from them, and using them here, that is a problem because that is highly carcinogenic. Number 2, all this genetically modified corn, the maize that we eat is genetically modified. So we have chemicals and then they have modified it genetically. Now, the genetically modified foods are associated with these cancers. And why? Because they are highly estrogenic, so they disrupt the hormones in the system. So they disrupt. They are called endocrine disruptors, bro. So they cause super estrogen in women. When they cause super estrogen, that is estrogen dominance. So what will these women get into? Estrogen dominance brings them endometriosis, the PCOS, the painful menstruation. Yes, the painful menstruation, the cervical cancer, the breast cancer, and all these issues that happen in our women reproductively, including infertility, is because of these foods. Number 2, in men, when you have high... Pardon?
And miscarriages, like
yes,
when you get pregnant, it just comes out.
Yes, because you have high estrogen and you don't have a balancing progesterone. And this is because of the GMO foods and because of the glyphosates. Now, again, in men, high estrogen is actually linked to prostate cancer. But do you know what the system tells you? The system tells you that if a man has high content of testosterone, that is testicular cancer, that is an enlarged prostate. But realistically, men with high testosterone are actually on the safer side because teenagers don't have prostate enlargement, teenagers don't have testicular cancer or the prostate cancer, and yet they're the ones who have high content of testosterone. So we are being misled by somebody and nobody's talking about it. So reality is low testosterone and high estrogen is the reason why people have prostate cancer and people have testicular cancer and also the enlarged prostate. You can imagine. So this is coming from the foods. We're getting genetically modified maize. And by the way, maize is rotting in our stores, in our grocery, in our granaries. But the millers are still having maize. So they are actually importing cornstarch from Mexico. They are not giving us maize. They're importing cornstarch from Mexico and using that to make this maize flour. And they are also using that cornstarch to make the tablets that you buy in the pharmacy that are called vitamin C. They react that cornstarch with sulfuric acid and they give you vitamin C. And you go ahead and take that product, hoping that this product is going to sort your immune issues. And realistically, you're just taking in chemicals.
Very true.
Until we learn, bro, the system does not care. So somebody will tell me, why is the government still sitting back and looking at this? KEBS, the government, they don't care about you. They care about their agenda. Everybody has their agenda, just like the media. They have their own agenda. So nobody cares about your health. It's you to get this information. You can imagine right now, all this health information that is being given out for free on the YouTube channels so that people can get alternative medication or alternative medicine from what WHO is recommending. All this is being blocked down. The algorithms of YouTube are being skewed. The monetization of this channel is being destroyed, or is being demonetized. And for one reason, they don't want this information to get to people because the truth will mean they will lose the money. So one thing, make them poor and then provide them with the media so that the media brainwashes them and then provide them with solutions. And these solutions are basically drugs, bro.
It's crazy and I hope people can hear you.
I hope that message is home. Those of us who are on these lives, I hope that is home. Even if they decide to demonetize or block us, the message is at home. Thank you so much for sharing that information, bro. I appreciate you for coming through.
And thank you so much for helping me lose a lot of weight.
Keep doing what you're doing, bro. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you so much for coming through, Maze. That was awesome. That was very awesome.